Hi, I'm Penny from Lingo Mama, and thank you for joining me on this video to talk about my upcoming Wiradjuri language and culture trip in April of 2022. So this is the first time I'll be running a Australian Indigenous language and culture trip, and we are going to Wiradjuri country, which, if you're not familiar with the different countries across Australia, Wiradjuri country is that part of New South Wales which is in the south central part of New South Wales. So some of the towns you might be familiar with, Albury, Wagga Wagga, Gundagai, Young, Cowra, all the way up north towards Dubbo and Parkes, and out west to Hay. So the Murray River is kind of a southern boundary, and the Blue Mountains are an eastern boundary of Wiradjuri country. So why the Wiradjuri language and culture trip, you might be asking, and why should I come? Good questions. Um, I think it's been coming for a while how we are all starting to acknowledge how important our First Nations history and language and culture is, and how we've probably got quite a few gaps in our knowledge and understanding. So I thought, what a great place to start with something that I'm interested in, language, of course, and by combining it with a trip, travel, another thing that I'm really interested in. And, there have been so many people out there who are interested, who are coming along, which is fantastic. So you might be asking, who is this trip for? Basically, anyone who's got an interest in learning more about our First Nations people, their language, their culture, their stories, history, way of life. The focus of the trip will be, of course, on Wiradjuri people, will be on Wiradjuri land, and we'll be learning some Wiradjuri language. So suitable for kids and families, of course. We're going to have some particular kids activities, and adults. Solo travellers are really well catered for the accommodation that we're staying in. Couples. So really, any kind of combination is welcome and encouraged to come along. So talking about the accommodation and where we'll be staying, I have booked this great property which is east of Wagga Wagga and I think west of Gundagai, if you can imagine the Hume Highway that carries through from Melbourne through up to Canberra and up to Sydney. So about 2.5 hours from Canberra, 4 hours from Sydney, and 4.5 hours from Melbourne. It's a 1,000-acre bush and farmland property with cottages and glamping tents, and we've got it. And for our 3-night, 4-day trip. Plus, there's a great communal area, campfire, barbecue, a great place where we'll be doing the workshops, and there's farm animals to feed, there's other farm activities, there's bird watching, walking, there's tennis court, there's a swimming pool. It just sounds a really great setup. So that's where we're staying. It's called Hillview Farmstay if you want to check it out online. So it is all happening in April, as I said. So 3 nights, 4 days, from Thursday the 28th of April to Sunday 1st of May. And the trip will be kicking off in the early afternoon on Thursday. You can make your way up whatever time you get there, and try and be there by about 5 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, ready for some welcome drinks and ready for welcome dinner on the Thursday evening. And then likewise on the Sunday, we need to check out of the property around 10 o'clock. I'm pretty sure it's 10 o'clock. And then we'll have a bit of a farewell, and then we'll be on our way back to our respective homes. So across the 3 nights and 4 days, there's lots of things that are included in the trip in the package price. There'll be 2 dinners included on the property that will be catered for, 1 lunch on the Saturday, and all 3 breakfasts as well are included. So you don't have to think too much about food, and dietary requirements will be catered for as well. no drinks included except for the first night when we're having a welcome drink. Plus, we've got Wiradjuri workshops, which are all part of the trip package, which are on Saturday. So we'll be doing some kids' activities, we'll be doing language workshop, we're having some dance performance and dance workshops, storytelling, campfire, and just a really great chance to ask lots of questions, get to know the Wiradjuri guys who are coming to hang out with us on Saturday. So yeah, that's going to be, I think, the highlight definitely of the trip. An optional add-on which you may choose to include on the Friday, we'll be going into Wagga Wagga, which is about a 40-minute drive from the accommodation. So you will need your own transport or be able to carpool with some people that you know who are coming on the trip. And there is a Wiradjuri walking tour which goes for about 2 hours in mid-morning on Friday. So we're booked in for that. It's an additional $88 per adult. Not suitable for young kids. So kids age say 6 and 7 upwards should be okay. Younger kids, we've been advised to give them a miss. I think it's the distance of the walk and the content that's discussed while we're on the walk as well. And then we've got free time to explore Wagga Wagga. There's so many things to see there, and in the trip itinerary and the details on the website, you can have a look. I've put some suggestions in there as well. Or you might choose to return to the accommodation, hang out, enjoy the farm animals, have a swim if it's not too cold, play tennis, whatever you feel like really. So that's the Friday. So it's the price of the trip is $697 per adult, and that is for single share. I do have twin share pricing and family pricing as well. So of course, if you were traveling as a couple or as a family, please get in touch because we have space for you and I can give you a pricing perfect for your family or for your couple. Cancellation policies. You need to pay a deposit up front of $300, and that is fully refundable up until 30 days before the trip. So you can book feeling confident that you will be able to get a refund of your deposit. After that 30 days, unfortunately, it will not be refunded, and we'll need your full payment by the 30 days prior to the trip date as well. But yeah, just get in touch with me if you'd like some clarity on cancellation policies. Of course, happy to help. Last of all, I would just love to encourage you all to consider coming along. I'm really excited about this trip. We've got a great group of people who have signed up already, and I think it's going to be a fantastic learning experience, a once in a lifetime real opportunity to be on Wiradjuri country, learning some of the language, being immersed in that culture and storytelling of Wiradjuri people from thousands and thousands of years ago. So I really look forward to hearing from you. Of course, if you have any questions at all, you can get in touch with me, penny@lingomama.com. And of course, you can find me on Facebook and on Instagram as well. And I look forward to connecting with you and hopefully seeing you on the trip. Thanks.